A web browser is something that you use to browse the web or to search the internet. If you have a Macintosh computer, then more than likely you're using Safari as your web browser. If you have a Windows-based computer, chances are you're using Internet Explorer because that comes standard on your computer. A couple other options are Google Chrome, which is what I have loaded up here now. And the icon looks like this. And then there's also Firefox. Both of those are excellent options as well. But today we're going to talk about Internet Explorer and a few things that you can do, some basic things such as deleting your browsing history, changing your home page, adding something to your favorites, and then even resetting Internet Explorer in case it locks up on you. So we'll talk about those today. Internet Explorer generally has this icon here. Looks like an E, so you can click on that. You can find it a couple different places. Most of the time it'll be stuck to the bottom. If it isn't, a lot of times you'll find it up here somewhere, or you can search for it. You can even type in Internet Explorer and click on it there. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is go over to the right where you'll see a gear-shaped thing that you can click on, and that is your toolbox. So go ahead and click on the toolbox. Now on the bottom it says About Internet Explorer. Go ahead and click on About Internet Explorer, and that'll tell you which version of Internet Explorer you have. I happen to have Internet Explorer 9, which is the latest version. If you have something different than that, you can always update Internet Explorer so that you have the most recent version. And you can usually do that even through Windows updates. Well, we'll talk about those another time. If you click on that same button again and go to Internet Options, here's where a lot of our features are for Internet Explorer. So as far as changing your home page, you can go ahead and change it here. I happen to use Yahoo as my home page, but if I wanted to use something like Google, I could just go in here and type google.com instead. And then, or I can just hit Use Current, which is what page I was on. As far as deleting your browsing history or cookies or anything like that, there's a section here called Browsing History. You can go ahead and click Delete, and then it gives you a list of options of things that you'd like to delete. So, for example, I'm going to preserve my favorites. I'm going to delete temporary internet files and delete cookies. I, at this time, don't want to delete my history, but if you wanted to, you could just check the button and you could delete your history as well. If for whatever reason you save passwords, which I highly recommend that you do not save your passwords, but if you do do that and you decide you want to get rid of them, you can get rid of saved passwords as well. Anyway, then you just hit delete and it goes about its business. Now, as far as the home page goes, another option that you can do as far as changing your home page is to go to a website. So for example, Google. I can click on Google, and oftentimes a website will give you the option to make it your home page. So up at the top it says come here often, make Google your home page, and you can say sure, and it'll change that for you. Or you can hit no thanks. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just gonna go back to Yahoo at this time. Now, a lot of people ask how to add favorites. So let's say Yahoo wasn't my homepage and I wanted to add that as a favorite because it's something I go on all the time and it's something that I want to be able to get to quickly without having to type in Yahoo all the time. Over here where the star is your favorites. So if you click on that, it'll bring up a list of things that are already in your favorites, and it'll give you the ability to add to favorites. So you can click add to favorites and it'll say do you want to add Yahoo, and you can change the name here if you want to call it something else. Your favorites, just click add and it'll add it. I'm not going to add it because it is my home page. But again, here lists all of your favorites. So for example, I listen to Creative Commons music. I use them often in my YouTube videos. So I can easily access the sites that I use by going to my favorites and clicking on them. And then it'll bring them up. Another cool feature that you can do with Internet Explorer, a lot of times you'll have a bar over the top and usually one at the bottom too, but I have mine hidden. To get rid of these bars, for example, if you were reading something and you really wanted the whole page, and especially for people who get lots of toolbars. You may have several toolbars up here, or search engine bars that come all the way down to here, and it takes up like half of your screen. To hide that, all you have to do is press F11, and then that will go away so that you have the whole screen to, see what you want to see. Now, if you need to go up and go to a different site, for example, you can just hover over it and it'll show up and you can type in there. Or if you'd like it back for good, just hit F11 again and it'll make it stay up top again. So that's a nifty little trick, especially, like I said, if you have a bunch of things here and you want to hide those so that you have more space to look at things, F11 is a good way to do that. One more thing I would like to talk about is resetting Internet Explorer. Occasionally, Internet Explorer likes to lock up. I don't know why it does it. It seems to do it more than Google Chrome or Firefox. But the way to reset it, you can go into that same button we went into before in the tools, and go ahead and go to Internet Options again, but this time click on Advanced. So in the Advanced tab at the bottom, it says Reset Internet Explorer Settings. And you should only do this if your browser is in an unusable state. But if it does lock up and it's really not working, or things just don't seem to be right, you can go ahead and click Reset there and do that. Another place you can do that is in your Internet Options in your control panel. Network and Internet Options. So if Internet Explorer isn't even opening up, then you can do some of that stuff here as well. Oops. It brings up that same box as before. Alright, today we went over deleting browsing history, how to change your home page, how to activate the full screen, how to add favorites and locate your favorites, and then also how to reset Internet Explorer. If you have any other questions about Internet Explorer, things that you want to know how to do that you're not quite sure how to do, or an entirely different topic altogether that you would like to know, anything having to do with basic computer stuff, just leave a comment below and we'll go ahead and make up a tutorial for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you out a little. Thanks and have a good day.